Imagine a figure in a signature black leather jacket navigating the ancient stones of the Forbidden City. This is the path of Jensen Wong, the visionary leader whose presence in Beijing recently sent shockwaves through the global tech industry. For a first-timer, following these footsteps is not just a tour, it is a pilgrimage into the heart of the AI revolution. We begin our journey at the intersection of 5,000 years of history and the cutting-edge future of computation. Why did the world's most influential tech icon choose these specific Beijing streets? To understand the man, you must walk the ground he trod, feeling the pulse of a city that bridges the gap between dynastic legacy and Silicon dreams. To follow Jensen Wong, you must first understand the gravity of Beijing's NVIDIA headquarters located in the high-tech hub of Haidian. This isn't just an office building, it is a fortress of innovation where the next decade of artificial intelligence is being scripted in real time. As you approach the glass facade, notice the shift in energy. Jensen's visit here was marked by a rare blend of humility and high-stakes strategy. He didn't just meet executives, he immersed himself in the developer culture that defines the region. For the first-timer, this stop represents the psychological phase of professional immersion, where the scale of global influence becomes tangible, and the mission of accelerating the world's intelligence feels remarkably. One cannot follow Jensen Wong without addressing the legend of the leather jacket. In Beijing's crisp air, this garment became a symbol of consistency and defiance against corporate norms. Your next step takes you to the luxury boutiques of Sanlútin, where high fashion meets the tech elite. Jensen's style choice is a masterclass in personal branding, signaling that he is always ready for action, whether in a boardroom or on a factory floor. As you walk through the neon-lit corridors of this district, consider the psychological weight of an identity so fixed that it becomes iconic. To walk in his shoes is to realize that your external image must reflect your internal, unwavering drive. For beyond the glitz, Jensen Wong's journey leads deep into the labyrinthine electronics markets of Shangguansun. Known as the Silicon Valley of China, this area is where the hardware components of the future are traded like gold. Jensen's footsteps here signify a deep respect for the supply chain and the raw materials of the digital age. As a first-timer, navigating these crowded stalls reveals the grit behind the glamour. You were looking for the latest GPU architectures and the spirit of the Shenzai innovators who once dominated these halls. This phase is about grounding your vision in the reality of hardware, understanding that even the most complex AI starts with a single transistor and a bold idea. Hunger eventually leads every visionary to the dinner table, and Jensen Wong's Beijing culinary trail is legendary. He was famously seen enjoying local street food and high-end delicacies with equal enthusiasm. Your journey brings you to a hidden gem in the Dongqing district, where the scent of roasting duck fills the air. Eating like Jensen means embracing the local culture with zero pretension. It is about the psychological phase of human connection, breaking bread with the people who build the ecosystem. Whether it is a traditional feast or a quick bite from a street vendor, these moments of shared humanity are where the most profound insights are often exchanged, far away from the sterile environment of a laboratory. The true secret to Jensen Wong's Beijing visit lies in the quiet hutongs, the narrow traditional alleys that have survived centuries of change. It is here that Jensen reportedly sought moments of reflection, away from the flashbulbs and the fanatical crowds. For the visitor, walking these alleys is a lesson in temporal contrast. On one side, you have the ancient gray bricks of the Ming Dynasty, and on the other, the invisible signals of 5G networks and neural processing units. This phase of the journey is designed to trigger deep introspection. To follow Jensen is to learn how to balance the frantic pace of the future with the steady, unyielding wisdom of the past, creating a sustainable.
No trip to Beijing following a tech titan is complete without acknowledging the intellectual powerhouse of Tsinghua University. Jensen Wong's influence extends into these hallowed halls where the brightest minds in the East are forged. Walking through the campus, you feel the weight of academic excellence that fuels the AI boom. Jensen's connection to the youth is a critical component of his strategy. He isn't just looking at today's profits, he is investing in tomorrow's pioneers. As you visit the university's tech labs, the psychological phase shifts to mentorship. You are reminded that greatness is not just about personal achievement, but about inspiring the next generation to take the torch and run faster.
Jensen Wong's path frequently intersects with the grand architectural marvels of Beijing, such as the Bird's Nest Stadium. This site represents the scale of ambition that Jensen mirrors in his own company. Standing before this massive structure, one understands the psychological concept of thinking big. Jensen's presence in such locations reinforces the idea that AI is not a niche tool, but a global infrastructure, much like the venues that host the world's greatest athletes. For the first-timer, this stop is about expanding your horizon. You are encouraged to look beyond immediate constraints and imagine a world where the power of computation is as ubiquitous and essential as the air we breathe in this vast. Deep within the Chaoyang district lies the heart of the capital's business world, where Jensen Wong engaged in high-level diplomacy. This wasn't just about sales, it was about navigating the complex geopolitical landscape with grace. To follow him here is to study the art of the pivot. In the shadow of the CCTV headquarters, known as the Big Pants, you realize that being a leader in tech requires more than just engineering skill. It requires an understanding of global narratives. The psychological phase here is about strategic navigation. You learn that to succeed on Jensen's level, you must be a diplomat of innovation, building bridges between diverse markets and conflicting ideologies through the universal language. As the sun sets over the Beijing skyline, the journey takes a turn toward the nightlife of the Liangma River. Jensen Wong was seen soaking in the vibrant energy of the city's modernized waterfront. This area represents the lifestyle of the modern tech worker, dynamic, affluent, and global. Walking along the illuminated banks, you experience the psychological phase of revitalization. Jensen understands that a visionary must recharge by immersing themselves in the very world they are helping to build. For the first-timer, this is a reminder to appreciate the fruits of progress. The gleaming towers reflecting in the water are a testament to the digital era, fueled by the silicon chip. Near the end of the journey, we revisit the NVIDIA Beijing office for a different purpose, understanding the internal culture of running, not walking. This phrase, synonymous with Jensen's philosophy, is palpable in the workspaces here. Employees are driven by a sense of urgency and purpose that mirrors their CEO's intensity. As you observe the collaborative spaces, the psychological phase is one of absolute commitment. To truly follow Jensen Wong, you must adopt this mindset of relentless pursuit. It is not enough to simply exist in the industry, you must be the catalyst for change. This stop emphasizes that the journey is never truly over, as the race for the next breakthrough in intelligence is always just beginning. Our final destination is the Great Wall at Battling, where the ancient defense system meets the horizon. Jensen Wong's visit here was a powerful visual metaphor for endurance and protection. As you stand on the ramparts, you look back at the city of Beijing and realize the scope of the journey you have completed. This is the phase of legacy. Following Jensen's footsteps has shown you that a first-timer can navigate the complexities of tech and tradition by maintaining a clear vision and a steady heart. Your guide ends here, but your personal mission starts now. Take the lessons of Beijing, the leather jacket, and the relentless drive, and build your own path into the future of the world.